And what we're looking at with the actual landfall, the latest gust I've seen so far has been 129 miles per hour, which is at Tyndall Air Force Base here just to the east of Panama City. The sustained winds, though, have been 89 miles per hour near Seminole, also over towards St. Pete, where we had some structural damage reported, and then just got some pictures in from the Land O'Lakes area, more damage to awnings and some roof damage in the Land O'Lakes. Here's a live look outside right now, I-275 at Ashley Drive here in downtown Tampa, where the heaviest of the rainfall has now shifted into South Tampa, so at least it's south of I-4 and south of I-275. But we're looking at very heavy rainfall right at our morning commute, and that always creates a problem. So the heaviest rain now over downtown St. Pete, all of 275 into the western side of downtown Tampa, so West Shore over towards Himes. We are seeing the heaviest rainfall also over the airports. And that track shows that the storm has winds now at 150 miles per hour. This is still a Category 4 hurricane, but winds for Category 5 begin at 157 miles per hour. And the pressure is all the way down to 923 millibars. And to put this into perspective, Andrew made landfall in Miami with 920 millibar pressure. So this is incredible to see this far north. This will be the only landfalling Category 4 or stronger hurricane to ever hit the Panhandle, and landfall is within the next hour to hour and a half. So again, winds at 150. The storm track has not changed. It's going to move into Panama City or just east of there, Mexico Beach to Port St. Joe, and the worst side of the storm will be moving through Apalachicola, the Wakulla County area, and then heading up towards Leon County, where of course the state capital of Tallahassee is, and that will continue later on this afternoon. So here's Panama City Beach, and here's the eye of the storm. The eye wall is about 13 miles from making landfall here through Bay and Gulf counties, and it's going to continue to move to the north and northeast. So Panama City will get a direct hit from the eye wall, but the center of circulation may go just to the east of them in eastern Bay County, and there is now a tornado watch that's currently encompassing the entire Panhandle from Panama City back through Tallahassee and almost making it over towards the Lake City and Live Oak areas. So widespread showers, and of course the tornadic potential will be with them as the storm continues to move on shore. And again, winds at 150 miles per hour, and some of the gusts have already gusted up to around 50 miles per hour here in Panama City and Mexico Beach, and even all the way back towards Pensacola. They're seeing winds coming out of the north on the western side of the circulation at 55 miles per hour. So as we look at Futurecast over the next 1 to 2 hours, I'm expecting the eye wall to start to move on shore, and then by 3 and 4 o'clock, the entire center of the storm will have moved inland, and there is still the chance that its winds could be bumped up even more as it's heading towards the beaches of our Florida Panhandle right now. The heaviest and most widespread rain moving through Hillsborough and Pinellas County, and right over top of us here in downtown Tampa. 275, the veterans, all looking very heavy rain for the next 15 to 20 minutes. We've got multiple reports of accidents here on I-4, both eastbound and westbound from Plant City over towards Valrico, Seffner, and then getting towards the I-75 corridor. You nailed it. I mean, how many breweries do we have here in Tampa and St. Pete?
So. I think I read somewhere that the number is more than 40, including into Sarasota and
very impressive.
We're in a good spot for beer lovers. And today, that beer was probably really nice for you if you were. So I need you two to be authentic and dance like you were as soon as the video started to roll. And nobody got to see that except me. Come on.
For you. For you.
What they don't want. Let's talk about the rain that's out there. Well, it may not be the way that Coach Dirk Cutter drew it up, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going full steam ahead with Ryan Fitzpatrick as their starting quarterback. One big issue leading up to Hurricane Irma's arrival here in west central Florida was that many residents did not know if their homes were in an evacuation zone, and if they were, did their community shelters cater to pets and medical needs? So let's make a plan today. Imagine this: another hurricane is targeting Tampa Bay. The very first thing you should do is find out if you live in an evacuation zone. ABC Action News has a map on our website that will allow you to type in your street address to find out if you're in an evacuation zone and where the closest shelters are located. It's just a couple of easy steps. Head to abcactionnews.com/hurricane. Once you're there on our website, you'll see this bar up here. Just type in your address, and right now, for example, I've shown our station's address, and what it will do is show you the evacuation zone E here. Also, let me close this out. You see these buildings? This is all of the evacuation shelters that are for this specific area. So this is all you need to do. Just head to the website, type in your address. All the information is available right there at the touch of a button. Once you find your designated shelter, be sure to contact them well before the storm's arrival to make sure that they are pet-friendly and can meet any medical needs you or your family may have. Some residents did not evacuate before Irma arrived because the shelter they wanted to go to did not allow pets.
We went to actually 5 other shelters before this that were full until we got to this one, and we were afraid we couldn't get our dog in and kind of panicked a little bit.
Some of you may need to evacuate even if you are not in an evacuation zone. These situations are for those of you living in mobile homes. Your county emergency manager may issue evacuation orders well inland away from storm surge concerns if the storm's winds get strong enough. I want you to remember, you do not need to evacuate hundreds of miles should an order be placed in your community. The closest shelter could be 5 to 10 minutes from your home. Being prepared today will ensure that if another storm impacts us here in Tampa Bay, it's going to be a much easier time for you and your family. For ABC Action News, I'm meteorologist Jason Adams. You nailed it. I mean, how many breweries do we have here in Tampa and St. Pete?
So. I think I read somewhere that the number is more than 40, including into Sarasota and
very impressive.
We're in a good spot for beer lovers. And today, that beer was probably really nice for you if you were out on the beach or out at the pool today, because, man, it feels like summer. We're still talking about near record high temperatures. The record in Tampa is 90. We hit 88 degrees. We also hit 88 in Sarasota. A little bit of cloud cover coming in off the Gulf there on Anna Maria Island. But even here in St. Pete, with the sea breeze, we managed to climb up to around 83, 86 in Clearwater, 90 in Winter Haven, 88 in Inverness and Crystal River. Lakeland topping out at 88. That was a hot air show for us this weekend right at the Sun and Fun International Expo. A couple of showers and storms still lingering this evening. One just to the south of downtown Lakeland now. A little bit of rain beginning to move in, but the heaviest over Medulla and moving over towards, we'll say east of Plant City, right near County Line Road. That's where that batch of rain is going to be moving towards. I'm also watching some coming out of the Charlotte Harbor area, moving into Northport now. This batch is going to continue to move in mainly in eastern Sarasota County and inland spots, but I'll watch it for you if you're at the beach tonight in Sarasota and Siesta Key. I'll tweet out some radar images should these storms hold together. But like the summertime, as we get daytime heating, we lose it as the sun sets. These storms typically tend to fade away, so I'll watch it for you. 86 still in Zephyr Hills and Brooksville. Tampa still at 87, 80 in Sarasota, 85 in Wauchula, and 85 in Avon Park, where we did have some rain there earlier today too. Your hour by hour for the rest of the evening shows partly cloudy skies unless you're in one of those spots I just showed you on Titan Doppler radar with the rain. Temperatures will fall back into the mid-70s through 1 a.m. and when you wake up tomorrow morning, it's still going to be pretty warm out there. I've had overnight lows only in the upper 60s and low 70s, which is more typical of June, July, August, and September. Not here in April. April, we typically see our lows start at around 60. We're up to 79 tomorrow. A few storms will redevelop as well, but the rain chance is running about 30%, which is close to what we saw yesterday. And many of you did see some of those scattered showers out there. So not everybody will see the rain, but there is a slightly better chance than what we saw today. We'll see highs again, mid to upper 80s. If you're on the water, you'll be closer to the lower 80s because our winds, while they'll start tomorrow out of the southeast, they're going to shift off at the Gulf tomorrow afternoon. So partly cloudy skies will keep us slightly cooler with that onshore flow, especially I-75 to the water. But there's that 30% chance of a few afternoon and evening storms rolling through. And right now, not expecting anything significant. Things change Tuesday, though. That's when our cold front we've been talking about the last couple of days arrives. With it, a chance for rain in the morning, but there is a slight signal for severe weather, and that chance is pretty low. But I do want to mention it as we go into Tuesday afternoon with the front itself coming in late in the day. There could be a strong storm or two with this, so be sure to check in with Greg tomorrow morning on Good Morning Tampa Bay, and then of course Chief Meteorologist Dennis Phillips. He'll be in Monday and Tuesday evening. It's a low threat though, so don't worry about it too much, but be sure to check back in with us just in case something changes. But right now, rain chances at about 50% on Tuesday, with a slight chance that one or two storms could be on the stronger side. Florida's most accurate 7-day forecast shows not much relief from the heat. The only reason why numbers are dropping Tuesday and Wednesday is because of the added cloud cover and the shower and storm chance behind that front. And here we go right back into our summer pattern where temperatures are going to be back up into the upper 80s by the end of the week. And right now, next weekend, looking pretty much what we saw yesterday and today. So a similar weekend ahead for us, even though it's only Sunday. We're already looking ahead to next Saturday, and the forecast looks pretty resemblant to this weekend.